Hello, young friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Group Captain Srivastava. Young friends, I remember two words from my school days prayers. One of my school days prayers, I would say. In my school, there were multiple prayers, Hindi, English, Sanskrit. उसमें से एक English prayer में, I'm forgetting the exact words, but it was something like this, that teach me to stand for the hard right than for easy wrong. Young friends, when I remember these, the context, that is to stand for the hard right and to give up the easy wrong, ये मुझको एक context में याद आ रहा है. One of my viewers, maybe in a tone of complaint, he has written, "Sir, you give a lot of theory. Why don't you give some model stories?" Well, friends, आज का वीडियो इसी पर है कि why I do not give you the model stories, and also I'll be discussing about the schedule of the batches in the coming month. But before that, let me put across a few points to justify myself why I do not give the model stories. Friends, I know there are a number of mentors, there are a number of books, guidebooks available in the market. There are a number of academies, and all these places, academies and mentors and the books, you find the model stories. Friends, I'm a student of psychology. I believe that there cannot be a model story at all. I repeat, it may be sounding something greatly strange. It is not possible to give you a model story for multiple reasons. First of all, a model story is not something factual. A model story comes from the mind, from the imagination, from the cognitive contents of any individual. Will it represent you? Friends, remember that God has made us unique. Our body is unique. Our physiology is unique. And so unique is our psychology, our reaction pattern, the way we take decisions, the way we behave. Our imagination is also unique. Do trust my words. Friends, at the SSBs, we require that your responses must be the created response rather than retained response. When some mentor gives you a model story, the model story comes to you, or it reaches you with certain cautions and dangers. As far as putting across the ideas is concerned, means how you present your stories. Well, to some extent, I can agree that the coherent presentation of the ideas can have maybe a model, can have, again, not necessarily. But the main thing is the content part of that. Let's say a desirable TET story is the one in which the hero is achieving a challenging task. Now, the selection of task depends on the exposure of the person, strength of his imagination, and mind you, It is just not the imagination alone. Imagination doesn't happen in a vacuum. Imagination needs a background. Imagination, therefore, will come out of your familiarity with the life, the various life situations, which is again a unique feature. So first of all, remember that everyone is unique and you are also unique. In other words, people differ from each other. So if a model story is given, definitely no model story can be taken as your own. And if you go for its imitations, friends, trust my words, for good 7 years in two different selection boards, I was there as a psychologist. Every batch, every week, the batches used to come. And we, the team of psychologists, we had observed a lot of similarity. Let us say, just for the sake of example, there is a picture in boys TAT. There is a picture very, very commonly available in which you see in the rural background, one educated looking person is interacting with some seemingly rural people, villagers. Somebody has given the idea that this educated person is an agricultural scientist and he's educating the villagers about the new ways of farming. A model story was given. Maybe some mentor, maybe at some academy. But friends, the result of it, this resulted in hundreds and thousands of candidates producing the same story. Now we got sick of seeing such stories. You are not creating, therefore, a story. You are recalling something which has been given to you. Please remember, in the battlefield, it is not your recalled response, sir. Recalled response can serve you only in a limited way. Whatever you can create yourself, seeing the uniqueness of the battlefield will certainly make you a winner. Please. This is the mindset. Asking for a model story is a mindset. Mindset of what? Mindset of factual answers. See, in mathematics, there can be a model, definitely a model sum, model way of solving sum. In chemistry, it is possible to have a model way of balancing an equation. But friends, it is psychology. Here in the selection boards, you show your behavior. In the behavior, there cannot be a model behavior. And especially in the psych technique, friends, trust my words. We take the sum total, let us say, I often call in my guidance program, we do not evaluate your stories singly. We evaluate your personality by the sum total or by the trend of your stories, trend of the tasks. Yes, some of the tasks could be easy, some could be difficult, some could be risky, some could be not that risky, some could be on short term, some could be on long term, some could be urgent, some could not be urgent. So how many types of model stories you require, frankly speaking? We will be evaluating your personality. I'm repeating. We evaluate your personality not by single or individual stories. We see its effect in totality. We see the trend of it. Another thing is, friends, the life is ever changing. When you go for a model story, that means you take everything constant. Today, we are having the social media like YouTube. Don't you feel it is a step forward from whatever the way of teaching was some 10 years back? We have adopted, we have customized the methods of teaching. We have customized the way of reaching out to the people through the social media platforms. Imagine if there is only model way of reaching the people. Can we then adopt the new means methods? It's very easy, friends, to give you a model story. But the moment somebody gives you a model story, he stops the possibility of your growth. Friends, just pause a little and try to find out the answer yourself. Today, every middle class town has got one or two or maybe more SSB coaching academies. You have got multiple mentors, so many YouTubers, and yet why there has not been any significant improvement in the selection rate? Think yourself. It is because through the model stories, the person stops the possibility of your growth. He makes you convergent rather than a divergent person. Divergent in thinking. The moment you start depending on model stories, friends, your creativity then is punctuated by a full stop. Model stories, friends, they have harmed you more than doing anything better for you. Friends, I can give number of arguments which way model stories they harm you. For the time being, I'd like to make an announcement. Friends, this announcement is regarding the schedule of batches in the month of October. So here it is. The first batch is starting on 1st of October and it will conclude on 11th. The second batch will commence on 21st October and it will conclude on 30th October. The number of vacancies per batch is just 10. Note down, the number of vacancies per batch is 10 only. A lot of people have started asking about the schedule of batches in the coming month. So here it is. Please lock these dates. And for early booking and ensuring your seat, please contact me on these numbers. Friends, I am Group Captain A.K. Srivastava and I serve you through 14 hours of guidance program about the orientation of SSB and the psych techniques, and 2, dossier evaluation and counseling. This dossier evaluation and counseling session lasts for 2 hours in which all your responses, they are evaluated threadbare. Friends, we will continue with the arguments against the hard work, model stories, and such conventions which have taken a very deep and firm seat in your minds. For the time being, thank you very much. Appreciate your patience. Have a nice day. God bless you.